Hey there, my name is Danielle. I am a graphic designer, illustrator, and the founder and designer of Zuri Dre. In this vlog, we're bringing products to a local vendor. They are called Chaque Mois, and every month they have new vendors and artists who showcase their products and artwork. And so I was there for the month of October. And then we're also packing some orders, doing some freelance, and just figuring things out as we go. Enjoy. So in this vlog, as I mentioned previously, we are dropping off products to a local store here in Montreal called Chaque Mois. And what I'm bringing, because I have a few products, I have plushies, I have cushions, I have sticker sheets, I have quite a few things on my site, but my main products, of course, are my dolls and my cushions. So they're not the smallest, which means they take up a decent amount of space. The boxes that you can see here are actually the boxes that are shipped to me from my manufacturer. So generally speaking, I get maybe about like $50 that can fit per box. And then the cushions also came in boxes around the same size, but of course couldn't fit as many cushions, even though they're vacuum sealed. The cushions still take up a decent amount of space. So I think maybe about like 25 to 30 can fit in a box. So I actually have two storage units in my apartment, which hold the majority of my products, but I do keep some things in my apartment unit upstairs. And so what I have to do is gather a few more pieces because I didn't have enough inventory upstairs and I had to pack them in a bag. And then we are going to pack them in the car and bring them to the store. Being a team of one, not only as the designer, creative director, marketing strategist person, or social media person, all that kind of fun stuff, means doing all the things, right? But like a lot of the times, a lot of it is physical, like receiving your products, having to count the inventory, store them away, all that good stuff. So one of the great things about having stuff in a store is, of course, your products get to be viewed in your local community. You get more eyeballs, more representation within different stores, all that kind of fun stuff. But of course, it's the physical aspect of it. We have to get them there. I don't have anyone to help me in the sense of like a moving company because your girl don't have the budget for it. So we gonna figure it out. Brought all the stuff all the way downtown Montreal. You can kind of see what the skyline looks like a little bit. I thought this view was really cool. I have no idea what this building was, but very, very cool looking. And here we are. So this is the store. It looks really great from the outside, lots of great windows. And so, as I mentioned before, the store carries different products, different artists, artwork, has different like little events every month. And of course there's different events every day or every weekend. And so the store at this point, it was the beginning of the month, so it's in the process of changing things over. So what's great is since the main things are always going to be there, of course, like the displays, the tables, all that kind of fun stuff. But since there's always going to be new products and new businesses, the store is going to kind of look different every month. So that's really cool. After we dropped everything off, we headed to Morton's. Oh my gosh, guys, look, it says Dre. Anyways, it's a different day now. I am a freelancer, so I'm a graphic designer and an illustrator. I've been a graphic designer since I graduated in 2011, and so the majority of my budget, income, when it comes to this business is based off of my client work. And so we are just working from home. This is in my office, in our apartment, and getting as much done as we possibly can in the most comfy position we could possibly be in. So now we are packing up some orders. I got this like metal trolley type of thing. It has like shelves underneath and it has wheels. Got this from my mom actually. She got it from Costco. At first it was like in somewhere else in the apartment. Then I realized it'd be really great to have it as like my shipping prepping station. I have cats and they are not allowed on this, so it's very very useful for me just to have like a completely separate area, no cats allowed. I try to keep it as clear as possible, as much as possible. I did move it around, you'll see that in a different vlog. But yeah, so we're packing up an order. And so at the moment, generally every order that gets a doll or a cushion, at least one of them, gets this dust bag, this Zuri Dre dust bag. I do also sell them individually. When I first started, I want to have something that differentiated me from other brands. Of course, the dolls in general are very different than plushies you normally see, so that's already a factor that makes me a little different. But I wanted the people who trusted me and put their money and their trust in me, who are ordering from my online store, to be able to have a little something extra. So this is my second set of dust bags that I've ordered from my supplier, but I'm not sure if I'm going to actually purchase them again. So cost-wise, I'm technically not losing money, but at the same time, I could be making more profit, of course. I could also just have them available to purchase only. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I do definitely want to have something that people receive that's free, other than a sticker. So I'm just thinking of what the options are. I do give like these little stickers of the Zuri face and the Dre face. I'm thinking maybe magnets. I have old magnets that I give out too. So I'm trying to figure out what my freebie would be. Outside of stickers, magnets, I also have a bookmark that I offer. I'm just not sure, but I just know that I'm not gonna offer this as a freebie after these have all like run out, or maybe even as of the new year, we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like what's a good freebie? If you're a consumer, what's a good freebie that's not a sticker, not a magnet, not a bookmark? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I love these mailer bags that I had made. They are recyclable, not compostable, unfortunately, but the big ones that I have are recyclable, and the smaller ones I have are from Tish Wish, and those are compostable. But I try to make my packaging as eco-friendly as possible, but at the same time, I also need to be mindful of safety and health. So plushies and fabrics like that absorb gross things. So I have to keep the dolls in the plastic bags that they come in. I get them from my supplier like that. And that's also just for safety purposes as well, because when they're being shipped overseas, they can get wet, they can get gross. They're just in regular cardboard boxes, so it adds a layer of protection. And these are generally going to kids, so we want to keep them as safe and clean as possible. But outside of that, generally speaking, I try to keep my products, or I should say I try to keep my packaging as eco-friendly or recyclable as possible. So I have like those glassine bags that hold like the thank you card and the bookmark and the stickers and stuff like that. So I'm trying. We're getting there, but there's not as great as I think it could be, but I'm still happy with where we're at. And the whole point of the dust bag too was to have something that you could reuse. That could be used for a doll, because one doll fits in the dust bag, or you can use it for like your shoes when you want to pack your suitcase or something, or just to carry like small little toys in someone's house. So the whole concept of the dust bag was to have something that's not just a single purpose use and can be reused multiple times. As I said, I'm an illustrator and a graphic designer, and so I actually had my own shop online, separate from Zuri Dre, which is based off of just my name, or my brand name, which is DM Cox, which is based off of my actual name. And for the longest time, I had two separate shops. I was neglecting that page as much as possible. Not on purpose, that's just how it ended up being, because Zuri Dre is really my focus. Eventually, I closed the site, kept Zuri Dre, and then eventually I brought the DM Cox site back, but it's really just my portfolio at this point. Just if I need to show something to clients and stuff like that. That's on WordPress. But when I closed it, I still had inventory. So I had the keychains that you previously just saw. They're Black Lives Matter keychains. I have Black Lives Matter pins. And then I also have t-shirts based off of type art that I created based off of a quote that I wrote, which is, if it doesn't align, I'm gonna have to decline. And I have a tote bag as well based off of that artwork. And so I still needed to be able to sell it, but I didn't want to keep two shops, and I didn't want to have two Shopifys because who has a budget for that? So I ended up just having everything on the Zuri Dre site. Once those items are sold out though, I won't be repurchasing them. Maybe the tote bag, but I'm not entirely sure. At this point, I really just want to focus on, when it comes to e-commerce at least, I want to focus on Zuri Dre. I want to expand it as much as I possibly can. So you'll see from time to time, sometimes I'm packaging things that don't necessarily look like they belong on the Zuri Dre site, but they're there. And if people want to be able to purchase that stuff as well as my dolls, they can, until everything's gone. So yeah, those are the random things you might see, like a t-shirt here, a tote bag there that's like black and white, because my aesthetic is very much like black and white in regards to my own artwork. So now it's time to do the shipping labels. If you're in Canada, you know shipping as a small business owner is the absolute worst. There aren't very many options, and I should say there aren't very many options that are affordable for the customer as well as yourself. And of course, pricing just goes up in general. And then there's also the surge when it comes to holiday season. Pricing is even more expensive. So I use Chit Chats, and it's a third-party option that allows you to, from Canada, ship to the States at a cheaper rate versus directly through Canada Post, which is like our USPS for the people down south. So Chit Chats uses Canada Post here, but sometimes at the same rate or a little cheaper. And they use USPS in the States. And their whole concept is you drop stuff off at their location, and then you drop stuff at the location, and then they bring the items that are going to the States down to the border. And if you're in Montreal, the border is about like an hour away. It's not very far. And then the pricing is a lot cheaper for the individuals who are purchasing, or if you're taking on the shipping cost, they help a lot with that. So I use Chit Chats, but even though it's synced and attached to my Shopify site, from my understanding and from what I've experienced, you still have to manually do a lot of things. So that it's not very, I wouldn't say easy, but it's not very seamless. It's integrated within Shopify, but I still have to go on the Chit Chats website. I still have to kind of fix the packaging because that's never really 100%. And then I have to like press pay for all and all that kind of stuff. So it is more convenient for the customer, which is the ideal. But of course, like, it is a little tedious on our end from my experience. If you know something that I don't know, please let me know in the comments. And as you can see in the background, there's my kitty cat. That's one of my cats. She's just sleeping. So this is my desk, which doesn't have any products that touch it. So that's why I love having that stainless steel like trolley cart thing, because it's very separate from everything else, and it's like only products go there. So once we have printed all the shipping labels, I use the Dymo shipping label printer. Once we've printed all those, the most satisfying part of it all, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but the most satisfying part of it all is adding those shipping labels to the bags. The only reason I know which labels go to the bags is because after I've closed every bag, when I'm packaging it, I always write the order number on the bag. So I know which label goes to which one, because on the label itself, it says the order number. So that's very convenient. And now we're packing them up in our handy dandy IKEA bags. I love IKEA bags, not just for small business, but just for everyday life. They are fantastic. They are so big, so cheap, and they're so nice. I love them so much. So generally speaking, you're gonna see a lot of these IKEA bags. Just putting that out there. Look at them, so nice. We love that for me. Now we are off to drop off the orders. And this is the location here in Montreal. This is the Saint Laurent hub of Chit Chats, and this is where the orders get dropped off. Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if there's any types of videos you want to see. Running a plushie business is its own type of behemoth of a thing to conquer and deal with. But I'm definitely open to sharing my experiences, behind the scenes, ups and downs, all that kind of fun stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so you know when I post another video. See you later.